Hello people, I know there aren't going to be many people watching this live today, but I'm going to give this a playthrough now because I've got time to do it before I have my dinner. So yeah, I was going to be starting my latest live stream today. I was going to be starting a series on Zelda, which I'll be continuing for the rest of the week, but I just weren't in the mood today, and I realised I still had my box arcade in the boot of my car, as you might have seen in the preview picture. So I decided I'm going to give my favourite game ever, Killer Instinct, to play through. A lot of people who know me know this is my all-time favourite game. Definitely my favourite arcade game. My favourite fighter, and also one a lot of people have seen me play before. I'm not a master at it by a long shot, but I've got a lot of years of practice. It's one of those games it's better to watch really than play if you don't know what you're doing. It's got quite a complex kind of combo system and fighting system that not everybody's used to, and nobody really gets it. Without showing you in person, it's kind of hard to explain. I might try and go through some of the mechanics for it, but first of all I'm going to give it a playthrough and just show you what's going on with it, and hopefully I can get through the game. I haven't played in a while. My arcade is up at Barnsley at Retrodome. It now permanently lives there, so the only chance I get to play it is when I set this up at home, and I had a few technical difficulties with it, but I've got it running now on my telly, so let's start and see if I can get through this. So my character of choice has always been TJ Combo, so I'm going to go through with him, and I'm going to see how far I can get through. Probably won't be doing much chat. If you want to drop any comments out, I'll try and then answer them maybe between rounds or something. Not a great start, as you can see. Need to find my flow again. Been a while. That's a bit better. Come at me, bro. Oh, and he did. That's more like it. Goodbye. Most of the records on this version here have saved. They're obviously my records because I've been playing it the most. We often have this out at events and everything, but you won't see me entering the score table because I don't think I'll beat a lot of my own records. Now, you'll notice on this I'm playing a charge character. Charge characters aren't usually my characters of choice for fighting games in general. Street Fighter, things like that, I would prefer shot-out characters. But on this, for some reason, I always got into the charge characters because of the way the enemy AI works, the mechanics work. A lot of it is very much a waiting game. So if you've got a charge character that you can set up combos with, rather than shot-out character, there's only like 2 shot-out characters in this whole game. Then it pays well to get good with that character, so over the years is the one that I started with and stuck with. I can play a bit with Orchid as well, but nowhere near as good as I can as with TJ Combo, so. Yeah, some characters you got to change up your tactics a little bit. No, I'm not gonna. It's too hot in here. Deal with it. Thankfully, you're not seeing me full on. Now, Jago is the only character amongst all these you tend to have problems with when you're playing as TJ Combo because he's the only shot-out character. He's a pain in the arse, and he's also got faster combo breakers than some of the other characters. But once you know how to deal with him, he's not too bad. Basically, you don't extend your combos anything longer than a single attack, linker and finisher, so 5 to 8 hits. He doesn't tend to break combos that short. If you start going up to killer combos, king and killer combos, he will combo break them most of the time. So it's not worth trying to extend your combos that long, unless you're going for your ultra, which I might try. Nah, probably a bit risky. I'll just see him and finish him off anyway. That'll do. At least I got rid of him. He was the one problem character that always bothers me. So, how's it going, Chris? Nice to see you, mate. I had a feeling you joined this stream because you like the fighting games. And this is the one that I love the most. Love this stage. That'll do, she's out of the way. I am playing this on such a rickety table, by the way, so like every so often I'm trying to stop it falling over. Using one of them like breakfast TV dinner table things. Not ideal. To get that corner there. Come on. Wrong button. Like I say, a lot of it's the waiting game with her. She's got more moves than any of the other characters, so if you don't break out at the right time, she'll sort you out. Like that. Not good. Definitely not back in my stride yet. Don't often I lose to her. Gotta love those building drops there. See if I can get back in my stride. Oh, nice. To jump away from that. That can hit you high and low, so you've got to be very careful. That cartwheel kick. I've already lost to her once, I don't have a chance at it again. Unlike a lot of games, when they're in stun mode at the end of the stage there, they can actually wrestle and come back and come back at you, so best to just get rid of them. Unbreakable there. Need to get that side in, that's better. So you've got to play the waiting game sometimes to get a last bit of energy gone. And start punishing me now for using the same combos. You don't want to keep too much distance with him. There is another death move you can do, but it involves tap moves, and because my left hand doesn't work too well, I can't always pull that one off. Piss off, Butler. Watch the game. Now, Richter, unfortunately for him, is too easy to bait. He always goes for charge moves too, and if you throw punches, he always backs up to the edge of the screen, like that. And then you can set him up for whatever combo you need to. Of course, if you're not quick enough, that can happen. Get back over there. That'll do. Always a glitch on him. The last uppercut of his ultra combo, for some reason, doesn't send him into the sky, it just glitches out and he drops to the floor. It's the same on version 1.4, which is the beta release of this as well. That had a lot more glitches. This is the final 1.5 arcade version. Glacius can be a mixed bag. Sometimes he can give you trouble, especially when you miss tiny punches, things like that. More like it. Stupid move. Going on the offensive with him is dangerous. And you've got to be careful for his reverse teleport there. Timing those punches to tag them and juggle them on the way down is difficult. It changes depending on what move you use to knock them into the air. Oh, I've got him in danger zone, that's what I need. Something to fuck up. That was it, he fucked up. Oh, just missed him. 34 is about my highest average. I think the highest combo I've ever got with him is 37, which is about the highest you can get with him. I think you get 40 or so by using what they call an air combo, but that's really difficult to pull off, and I've never really got the hang of those. It's basically a glitched combo state. Now you really don't want to be in the corners with him, because the way the stage is, you actually go up a couple of steps, and that can actually throw off the hit boxes that you get, and he tends to duck to hit you, and he can wreck you quite quickly if you're stuck in a corner. It's best to get out those corners. You can bait him, but it's not as easy as it is with some of the other characters. Oops, messed up there. I missed the button. Stupid. It's all over. Can get the tag on the end, please. Got it, 34. There we go. That's about the maximum I manage in normal play. You can get 37 if you've got a shadow move. To get a shadow move, you need to have pulled off a combo breaker during the match. Oh, breaking my own rules already. With Spinal, what you do is keep your distance and force him to teleport. so you can mess him up bad by doing that. He's very difficult because when he hits you, he takes so much damage off you. If you can force him to teleport, you can really mess him up. But he can teleport in front or behind, just so you got to be careful like that. Like that, because you can combo from behind him. You kind of he crosses himself up, and he can't actually break your combo when he's doing that. But you can see how much damage he does. He's only hit me a few times. Jump punches as well tend to, when you trade hits, you tend to do more damage with a jump punch, so and time it right. So I'm buying my time here. Like that, because then you can do some real damage to him. Not something you do in normal play. But of course, when you're playing in one player mode, you just got to play to whoever the AI is. Yeah, I do like the new Killer Instinct, Chris. I really want to finish building my Killer Instinct 3 arcade machine. Now, Fulgore's another pisser. You got to know how to deal with him. Now, the teleports are a real pain. Basically, you got to take advantage of his fireballs because he really sets himself up when he does them. Get into my flow. Damn it. Come on. I'll do. On level ground at least. So when he teleports, you can catch him out quite often with that rolling punch. You can also mess it up like that. And that. That was risky. That will do. First time destruction of Fulgore, I'll be quite happy with. Can even time that right, I don't even care, I beat him. There is a PC version of it, Andy, so if you've got a decent enough PC, you can play the PC version. I've got the PC version, it plays really well. Right now, Idol's one of the cheapest bosses in history, but thankfully you can easily deal with him. Keep some distance between yourself. Force him to jump and you can dispatch him pretty easily. When he gets too close, hit him with a knee. Keep him there though. Oh, he won't do it now. And you can easily knock his energy down. So you can recover his energy as well by stamping, and anytime he knocks you down, he takes full advantage of that fact. Never try and go into a full combo from it though, never. So like I say, his fireballs take so much damage. Yeah, that corner, that'll help. Oh, timing it terribly. We'll run out of energy. Knew it. There's two different stages you fight him on. There's one where the screen doesn't actually zoom out like that. So I'm gonna, hopefully it'll switch to the other one now. I think it will when you continue. And it's more like a limited play field. Oh, maybe not. It usually does when you die. I was waiting for that jump. You can't let him get too close because he does a move where he hits your feet. Looks like he's hitting high and he's actually striking low. And if he hits you with that, it puts you in real danger. Oh, I timed that terribly. See how much he recovers the energy. That's the move. Good boy. And that's how you beat Killer Instinct. No real masterclass involved in it, once you know what you're doing. I don't know if it's on Steam, Andy. I've got a slightly questionable version of it myself on PC. No, it's not Xbox exclusive, there is a PC version. The endings are pretty short on these, but it is nice little pre-rendered FMV sections. The backgrounds on this, Chris, interestingly, the ones where the stage is zooming in and out, and the straight ones, the stage is actually a video file that plays in forward and reverse. It's not actually a pre-rendered section. It's not a 3D section, it's not a pre-rendered section, it's not a bitmap, it's actually a video that plays in forward and reverse as you scroll along the screen. It's how they were able to create it and make it look like it was in 3D. Any of you who've been to Revival will recognise quite a few of the names off here. Some of the guys I would have loved to have got along. Most of these guys we have had along. A good chunk of these guys, Kev especially. Chris Seaver we've had along. I think Simon Farmer, did he come on it? Chris Tilston I wanted to get to come. I really wanted, what's his name? Trying to remember his name. The main guy who does the announcer's voice is going to bug me now. I really wanted him to come along. He's now in charge of Playtonic, but unfortunately he was too busy to do it. But yeah, did a full completion there. But I'm going to try and go back through a couple more times. I'll give Orchid a bit of a blast just to show you some lengthier combos if I can pull them off. But yeah, this is one of the games they're most proud of, and obviously I got Kev to sign my arcade machines, which I'm really happy about. Meeting the guys who made this was a big thing for me back in the day. So let's give Orchid a whirl. Yeah, like I was trying to explain, the reason that I use charge characters rather than tap characters like Mortal Kombat. That's why I struggle to play Mortal Kombat now, is because my left hand doesn't work so good anymore after the stroke. It means I can't do quick tap motions. My arm just doesn't let me do that. So it has to be kind of rolling motions or charge motions. The only kind of moves I can pull off these days. So on this, it makes sense to use charge characters. Trying to remember their combos now. Get in there. That's better. Oh, nearly tagged that on the end. But see, her killer combos are nearly as long as some of the characters' ultra combos. She's got more moves and more little kind of standard moves than a lot of characters. And she's definitely got the longest combos in the game. I tried to finish it off with the other one, didn't work. Messed it up. Gotta love them particle effects. And it's all over. Oh, just missed the tag on the end. I think the highest I've managed to pull off with her was 45 hits, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I didn't even make the scoreboard with that one. But ideally, like I say, you need to have earned your shadow move, because when you've earned a combo breaker shadow moves, they add a few extra hits to the start and ends of your combos. You'll see I tend to use the same combo a lot with her, that's because she's so effective. And I'm not as au fait with her as I am with TJ combo. Hang on, dogs. Have to excuse me in a sec, guys, my dog wants out. And I'll be honest, I don't even know her death move, so. Mess that up. For some reason, my pause button isn't working on my control panel. I think I've knocked the switch off or something. Else I'd pause it. Chance to open the door for him. At least my dogs can get outside. I don't know how far I'll get with her. I'll probably bum out after 3 or 4 fights, maybe even this one. See, too many fireballs in this game would spoil it. It's all about the close-up combat. I know things like Tekken and some of the 3D fighting games focus more on the extended combos later on, but they had this to thank for going to insane levels. Oh, just missed it. It is easier to get the final juggling fireball on the end of those, because obviously the screen pans out so you can see where they are, but still difficult to pull off. I think Orchid came first, as it happens, Chris, unless I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong on that one. The time frame is about the same between Mortal Kombat 2 and this, so. You know, punishing me, man. Messing up her combos, treat here. Damn it. I'm going to die here. Goodbye. Off the edge. I don't know how I pulled that one back, by the way. You can download a cracked version, Andy. Not that I encourage that kind of thing, but there we go. Yeah, doing better than I expected, to be honest. So, well, that's 4 wins. See how far we can get. Bitches with him, he can activate a move that blocks fireballs, which doesn't help your case at all. Like that. Hate that move. He can also go fully invisible, but that means he can't block when he's in that mode, so. like that. Now he can't block. You can trace him by his fire trails. Yeah, I'm definitely going to lose this one. No silly moves, Turner. Silly move. Oh, I nearly had him as well. I was about to break out the ultra combo. Oh well. There ain't no other characters I'm really familiar enough with that I can think off the top of my head. Without practice, I could really show you. But anyway, that's Killer Instinct, one of my favourite games. I haven't showed you all the moves, I haven't showed you my best, but I just thought I'd set it up today because I felt like a game of it anyway, and show what my favourite game's all about. One of the other days I might teach you about how the combo system works, but ideally I'll need to set up a kind of multi-camera system with me recording the control panel, the TV as well, just so you can see how the flow of the motions go. It's not like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat in the way the combos work. Some of the combo sections happen automatically when you link certain buttons together, or you link a certain special move with a button afterwards, and for each character it's completely different. It's not the kind of game where you can jump from one character to another. You need to stick with a character, pick a character, stick with it, and then just keep going with that character until you learn all the combos. There's certain rules for it, but those rules change depending on the conditions. It's a very complex game. For the time, I don't know how they actually managed to structure it and make it so it didn't break, and so itself felt as impactful as it was. But I believe Ken Lobb had a lot to do with the development of this, and he insisted on the extensions of the combos to make it stand out from the crowd. So, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I'm just looking back through your comments to see if there's anything I missed. So, yeah, you find me questionable, Andy. Yeah, there's definitely a cracked version out there for PC if you want to find it. But yeah, definitely try and check it out if you can. Killer Instinct 3. I believe the Xbox version, I don't know if it came with the arcade original, but I mean, none of them stand up to the original the way they do. I know they added longer combos, and I know they've added all these technicals and that. But see, I'm a fighter of the old school, you know what I mean? Next game, mate, soon. What you want to play? Well, I'll do another game tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to play through more on this now because I'm going to go and have my dinner. But yeah, I'll probably do another stream tomorrow. Not going to do any of the others in this series yet because I need to set up arcade controls with the PC version, and I've not had a chance to practice it. Killer Instinct 2 I was never a big fan of. It's got a very different combo system. It was never a patch on the original, so I'm not going to cover that one. But I will be doing the Zelda games this week, and hopefully you'll get to see me kind of muddle my way through Link to the Past and Link's Awakening DX. So, Ghouls and Ghosts, no chance, mate, sorry. I'm not good enough for that. I know a man who is, though, and if he can be bothered to do it, I think that'll be on his list. We attempted to do that one at Mike's house, in a bit of a kind of, before we were doing all this. We tended to do it in a session last year, and between the three of us, we could barely get halfway through the game. Such a hard game. But yeah, I'll mostly be covering Nintendo games, mainly because I wanted to cover some Mega Drive games, which I actually could cover on this. I mean, if you guys fancy, I can blast through Streets of Rage, but because I really wanted to do that one, but nah, not right now. I've got other things to do today. But Dana Meddings is up later at 8 o'clock with his isolation lockdown chat. Check that out. Aaron might be back with one of his streams tomorrow or day after or something like that, and I'll probably do something tomorrow. Now I've got this in the house, it's set up with all the systems, so to be fair, I can basically play anything I want on this, probably a bit better than some of the emulators I've got on my TV. I've got Android TV, so got some of the basic emulators on this. I've got, if it loads up for you, yeah, it's the way to do. I've got it going through VGA through HDMI converter, and it does strange things, but you should be able to see the screen there. Obviously, I've got this set up with all the different platforms, so any game you want to see. I tried to do a vote for the Zelda games, but nobody was really biting to that one, so there's a lot of games here I wouldn't mind playing through or attempting to get through. Game Gear Shinobi, that's one of my personal favourites. I might go through that one actually, since I can play that on a big screen for people to watch this way. And I actually find playing games a lot better with the joystick and buttons since I had a stroke. It's just easier for me to grip a joystick than it is to use a D-pad. So I should be able to play quite a few of these games a lot better. I might even, if you guys, I mean, I know a lot of you guys have seen it, but not everyone's seen it through. I might go through the Streets of Rage remake if anybody wants to see me play through that, because not everyone's seen that, and it's interesting to see just what changes they made to that game. Yeah, Game Gear Shinobi is an awesome one. Yeah, I've got PS1 on here, Chris, as well. I've got Laserdisc, Game Boy Advance. We've got PS1. The thing is, PS1 games, depending on what you're playing, they don't play too well with digital controls. I might have a bit of a blast through Puzzle Fighter, but puzzle games ain't that, great to watch, if you know what I mean. Streets of Rage remake I'll definitely do. I might have a go through Tekken 3. I haven't unlocked all the characters on Tekken 3 for this. I think I've got, for some of the games like Soul Blade, which I still maintain is the best of the whole Soul series. I have got a downloaded save file that opens up all the characters and weapons and everything. But for Tekken 3, for some reason I didn't do that, so I might load up Tekken 3, go through that, and you can see me go on my road to open up all the characters. Also, I've got some of the curios on here, like Thrill Kill. That plays really well. Fighters play brilliantly on here, obviously, but there's other games that are just pretty much impossible to play. Playing racing games is terrible with a joystick, and obviously there's some games that are better with analog control. You couldn't really play things like Resident Evil on here, but I have got the PS1 Classic, so I could always stream something off there. And there's also I've got the SNES Mini, so some of the SNES and NES games I've got set up on there. But I won't be playing anything like Alien Trilogy or anything like that. They play terrible with the joystick and buttons. You need access to shoulder buttons and everything to play those as well. So, but yeah, got a good choice of stuff on here. I'm tempted, sheerly out of spite, that I hate the new version, to play Final Fantasy VII, but I ain't got 70 hours to kill to play that through thoroughly. So, but yeah, there's plenty of games on here I could play. You'll see a few coming up on the list there. I'll probably be covering a couple of racing games that I can play okay on here, like Mario Kart, the original Mario Kart, that is. N64, forget about it, it just handles like shit. But we've got Mega CD, we've got 32X. I could have a crack at Knuckles Chaotix, since it's not a game that everyone's seen, but I've got to be honest, I'm not that good at it myself. But I could cover some of the handheld games you wouldn't otherwise likely see, like the Lynx. Obviously, there's a couple of good Lynx games, some really good arcade ports on there. It doesn't look so good when it's blown up on a big screen like this, but, it's there. There's an option anyway. And we have got PC Engine, although unfortunately not PC Engine CD. Also, I'd probably play through Double Dragon 2, because it's probably the best version of Double Dragon 2 that there is. There's some great games on Neo Geo Pocket. I don't know if any of you have really seen them, but the Pocket versions of some of the SNK fighters are brilliant. If I go to SNK versus Capcom, the control is so smooth. They played brilliant on the handheld, but it's nice to see them up on a big screen on here. So if I go back to the right place and launch that, I might have to quickly adjust my screen. Oh no, it's come up first time, that's brilliant. But you can see it looks quite good on big screen, so I could always play something like this through. These play as good as some of their arcade counterparts, even up on a big screen like this, blown up. And you've only got 2 buttons to contend with, so great for crack players like me. We'll go with tag mode, average, I don't know what's what. And I'm obviously going to go Street Fighter, so yeah. We'll go with Ken. Don't think I've got a Kuma on here, so We'll go with Ken and we'll go with Terry Bogard. And like I say, this is a bit like the King of Fighters series on the MVS. And you know, they ain't got speech and everything. The animations are cool, and the games are so fluid. I mean, the Game Boy could never pull off a decent fighter in its life. The Game Gear couldn't. But these have translated really well. Most of the moves that are here, they're all pretty easy to do. You can do combos and everything. It actually plays slightly better with the original. There you go, you can do proper combos with it. It's easy to do because you're only thinking about one button as well. But yeah, it's actually slightly easier with the Neo Geo Pocket's kind of clicky digital scrolling D-pad. Never been anything quite like it on any system. It's brilliant, honestly. I wish more systems had it. If you've never played it, play a Neo Geo CD and you'll see exactly what I mean. Oh, he gripped me up. Can't have it back. One of my favourite combos there. There we go. Brilliant game. Absolutely love that game. And you get these cool full colour cutscenes as well. Yeah, the Neo Geo Pocket Colour's brilliant. I've still got to sort mine and Aaron's out. I've got lit up screens for these. The Neo Geo Pocket, Chris, was about, I think it was 99 and 2000. It came out, it was really late in the day. There was the Neo Geo Pocket, and then they brought out the Neo Geo Pocket Colour pretty soon afterwards to challenge the Game Boy Colour. Because obviously the Game Boy Colour was strong. The Game Boy was strong from 1989 right up until, you know, the early 2000s when Pokemon kind of took off, was in full swing. So right before the Game Boy Advance comes out. But yeah, this was a great little system. If you've never owned one, try and pick one up. It's not that cheap to collect for, but you can get a flash cart for it. And the flash cart, obviously, you can put all these games on there. So, and of course, you can always emulate them and play them this way. If you've got access to a PC, honestly, give these a try with a proper arcade stick. You've got the super moves as well. Superb. Trying to think how you tag. You start or select. Or it might just be one after the other rather than a proper tag match. Well, honestly, the controls are just superb. I think it was technically classed as a 16-bit handheld, but it's a bit like the PC Engine. It operates a strange place between like 8 and 16-bit in terms of the way it looks and feels. Oh, I would have finished her off without she hadn't blocked. Got her anyway. I haven't even given Terry a chance to come on. But yeah, so I've got everything on here, so I probably will do another couple of videos showing some other games on here over the course of the week. Down on both buttons, try them all. I don't know what it is. I'll look at the controls for that. Yeah, Sonic on the Neo Geo Pocket Color is a brilliant game. You really should do, Chris. You do like your older games as well as your new ones, and I'll tell you what, you'll find yourself coming back to these a lot more over the years than you do some of the games that are coming out now. That's why we love them so much. But anyway, guys, that's the end of my stream. I'm going to go and have my dinner now. Hope you enjoyed watching me fumble my way through for my first game of Killer Instinct in months. And I'll be back again with the stream tomorrow. Join Dana's chat tonight, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.